Welcome back to a brand new video. Are you a golfer who's losing distance, losing accuracy, and just generally feeling not as athletic? Well, maybe the modern golf swing is just not for you.
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it?
Very.
Because we presume everyone has to try and swing the same way, which physically we know is not the case.
Exactly.
So I really like this, and I think this will be really helpful for a lot of players, because this athletic golf swing, like you said, might not be the best route for a lot of players.
Yeah.
It's all about maximising what you've got.
Exactly. Like I would say when people come to me, they're losing distance, they're a little bit older, they're not as athletic, this is what I say they should do every single time. So that modern golf swing now is very much one that's very little arms, very little wrists, and really trying to feel a bit like Jon Rahm, that very strong club face, and just turn the body totally. So basically very body driven.
Yeah.
Now that requires a lot of athleticism, that requires a lot of strength, that requires a lot of flexibility. They're things as we get older, as we have an office job or as we're not as athletic, we lose. So I want you to think about this, right? Look at the speed I create here. So if I hold the club this way around, you can hear the difference in this. Okay, you can hear it there, but I turned quite fast. Okay, now listen to the noise we get here now.
Yeah, bit of a swish.
Yeah, and that's the idea I want you to have. I want you to feel there is some element of body. We're not saying don't use the body, but I want you to trust and feel that you can get these arms releasing, the forearms rolling, and that is going to allow you to not only square out the club face, but generate a little bit more speed and power.
And this is, for me, physically a different way to create rotation. So, you know, we're not saying that as you get older you can't improve your body. Of course, that's our whole concept of what we do. But this is an easy win for people who are maybe not sure that they feel confident enough to create this athletic motion.
Yeah.
So if you think, you know, we're rotating through the ribs here, but if all we do is extend that angle by creating this release, you gain rotation simply by adding in a straighter arm.
Yeah, exactly. So feeling a little bit more arms in this is what we're trying you to feel. And I've told this to many a golfer and they've seen an increase by like 5-10 yards, and to put that in perspective, that is a club longer. You're hitting one club less in. Okay, Nat, so we've talked about the general mechanics, and if you just look at this one, if I hold my arms out here, and I'll show you this in the player cam, it's just, look at what I'm doing. I'm not flicking at the ball, I'm just allowing my arms to work in a general rolling motion that allows me to generate that swoosh.
And as well, Alex, I'm guessing that because we've got that release, you know, you're maintaining the arc and the club path, you're not manipulating the face as much. If I was to sort of release into here, then I'm rolling the face over and I'm more likely to be hitting it left.
Exactly, exactly. I'm not saying we want to feel this. It's that feeling of this action.
Yeah.
We're really trying to feel. So now what can I do like as a warm-up to really engage, improving my body as a whole, but also getting the idea of swinging it a bit better?
Yeah, so if I borrow the club from you, Alex, for a second, what I quite like to do, if I swap places, I'll do it down the line. It's a bit easier to see. So just as a simple warm-up and a little exercise you can do at home, in the garden, on the range, is just to create that feeling of that wider arc that we've been talking about. Grab your driver or your longest club, sort of straight arm position here, rotate it up to the backswing, try and keep your head at the floor because we don't want to sort of pull the spine out of angle. So up into the backswing and then rotate it high and through. And you can do it from backswing like that and up, and then you can also change the angle to drive it down and driving up, so it becomes more of a downswing motion then.
I like that one because I think that's where people are going to get real benefits from this.
Yeah.
That feeling of being a bit on the angle and a bit more high on the way through.
So from face on here, if I was to drop it down into my hip, I'm sort of loading the hip, I'm coming up high, and I've had to create this width here, and I know that's not the same motion that we're talking about exactly as pulling through impact, but what it does is it creates that height and that width and that turn of your body and your arms working together.
A bit more freedom in the whole shot.
Yeah, exactly.
So guys, thanks so much for watching. We really hope you think about bringing an element of this into your swing. You'll feel freer, it'll feel a bit more natural, and honestly, I really believe if you're someone who's losing mobility, losing distance, trying that modern golf swing, this is just taking a step back. There are still plenty of golfers who play on tour who aren't totally all body. We just see the likes of Jon Rahm week in, week out win, so we all think everybody does that. But generally, we want to have the arms and body working together, and maybe being a little bit more arms focused will help you generate a little bit more speed. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel here at Off Scratch. We bring you videos every single Thursday, and also don't forget to check out our plans on our website. All that link is down below. We're here together to help you play your best golf this summer, so don't forget to check it out.